This is it, your final video. This is as complicated as it's gonna get for now. Okay, so this is the last thing. And then it's just gonna be a matter of you practicing a little bit, and that'll be it. Okay, so what about, and here's a nice long one, so we can see how to deal with it. What if you have something like this? This is kind of like a combination of what we just did in video in question 25, and what we did before that in the video in question 19, which is we're going to first get the absolute value by itself, and then once we get the absolute value by itself, we even have some junk in the absolute value to deal with. Okay, but the first thing we need to do is we need to get this absolute value by itself. So you're almost just going to pretend for a moment that this is like negative 2x minus 8, and you're going to try to get x by itself, right? So we're just going to try to get it by itself. This is multiplication, this is subtraction. We deal with addition and subtraction first. Okay, so this is negative 8 plus 8 is 0. Then I have negative 12 plus 8 is negative 4. Okay, now this is being multiplied by negative 2, so I'm going to go ahead and divide by negative 2. And I get x plus 10 equals negative divided by negative is positive, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so now I have the absolute values by itself. It equals 2. So now it's kind of like the examples in question 25 where I say, okay, well, that means everything inside these bars, these absolute value bars, could equal negative 2, or everything inside those absolute value bars could equal positive 2. And I'm going to go ahead and solve. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. And I get x equals negative 2 minus 10 is negative 12. Okay, and if I subtract 10 over here, positive 2 minus 10 is negative 8. Okay, now careful here, because when you put them in order, they have to still be in order, right? Smaller than larger. What number is smaller? Negative 12 is the smaller number here. Negative 12, comma, space, negative 8. Okay, negative 12 is the smaller number here. Because with negatives, it's kind of in reverse, right? Like, if you imagine on a number line, here's 0, right? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 8 is here. Negative 12 is to the left of it, right? Negative 12 is smaller, it's to the left. Okay, and just for one more example, so you can see just one more possibility that you might run into. Let's say you get something like this, and you're like, oh, this absolute value is being multiplied by negative 3, so I'm going to go ahead and divide by negative 3. And you get this absolute value equals negative 3. And I look and I think, oh, absolute value can't equal a negative number. Absolute value cannot equal a negative number. And you're done. There's no solution to this problem.